Welcome back to Tailored Entertainment. Thank you so much for joining us yet again. My name is Lee. In this video today, we are going to try and answer the million-dollar question, the question that we get asked more than anything else. How much should I pay for my wedding band? Now, before we get started, it's important to say it's a little bit of a how long is a piece of string question. There's no hard and fast rule with this stuff, and all of it is down to personal preference, and we always recommend that you, as a booker, sets a budget and sticks to it as much as possible. But what we're going to try and do is just give you a little bit of a guide to how to find your way through that process, and maybe that'll be a bit of a help to you. Okay, so let's start with an example. Take your average pub band playing down the pub on a Friday night. They're probably taking home somewhere between £300 and £600 for that show. Depending on the venue, depending on where they are in the country, it'll be somewhere around about there. Now, what I would say before we go any further, if you love that band, absolutely book them. The most important thing that you can do for your wedding day is have a band that you are going to absolutely love. However, I would say there's a reason that they're going out for that kind of money. Typically, they're going to be semi-pro or amateur musicians. They're going to be playing through older, less reliable gear, a lot of which won't match up to the rigours and the fastidiously high levels of quality that are expected from venues around the country. Bands that play in pubs are of course used to fighting against that really rowdy noise level that you would expect in that kind of environment, which doesn't always lend itself particularly well to something a bit more subtle, like a high-end corporate function, party or wedding reception. Okay, so what price should you be looking at for a fully professional top-end function act? Here at Tailored Entertainment, we would recommend a base level price of somewhere around about £1,000. So that's going to get you an indie rock trio, maybe something along the lines of Brightside, who are an awesome indie rock trio, in and around the £1,000 mark, based in Hampshire, who will absolutely light up your night and will be a fantastic addition to your wedding reception. Most of our acts are somewhere around about the £1,500 mark. Some of them are going to be more expensive, some of them are going to be a little bit cheaper. Okay, so what are you getting for that premium price? At that price, you're making sure that the musicians are usually working with major touring artists, working professionally within the music industry, and are also part of the function scene at the very top end of the game. So at that price, that allows those musicians to enter the market. So that's really important, and those people are really equipped to come into your wedding and really set it alight. You're ensuring that the equipment that they're using is of the absolute highest standard, that it's going to sit against all of the regulations that are expected from them by venues, and you're ensuring that those production values are in place and are equipped to handle the kind of level that is expected of them for a high-end function act. There are a few things that are, of course, will increase the price of a band. We're talking about if the band is bigger than a three-piece, as you scale up that band past the point of a three-piece, the more members, the more expensive it's likely to get. So a 7-piece soul band is going to be more expensive than a 4-piece funk band, for example. The more popular the band, the more you're likely to pay. So if they're out more and they're in more demand, then you're likely to pay a bit more money for that band. Of course, if the act's a bit more specialist, if they're doing something a little bit different from just rock and pop covers, for example, we have some amazing postmodern jukebox acts, or we have some really good vintage acts, or we have dance anthem bands that are like an Ibiza nightclub. Those acts are going to go out for a bit more money because it's a bit more specialist. They need to learn a bit more in the terms of a set. They will go out for a slightly higher price point. And of course, if you're getting any specific add-ons as well. So if you're booking a band as DJ set, you're asking the band to arrive a little bit earlier, leave a little bit later, or you're booking extra special requests, anything along those lines are going to push that price up a little bit further. If all of that still sits too far outside of your budget, maybe look at one of our incredible premium DJs that are really turning the idea of what a wedding DJ is on its head. Or you could maybe look at a soloist or a duo in the afternoon, just to kind of give it that little bit of a sense of live music in your day as well. So what else are you getting when you book a Tailored Entertainment act? You're getting that 11 years of experience at the top end of the music industry and a wealth of experience across the people who work within Tailored Entertainment. So you've got access to a booking agent and a client manager who's going to look after you specifically from the moment that you book all the way up to the day of the show. Any questions that you have can be answered. And of course, we're bringing that unquestionable watermark of quality that we bring to each and every single one of our shows, that you only need to look at our testimonials on our website, on Facebook or on Google to see that our clients really carry that with them after the event as well. You also have a team of in-house booking agents who are experts in every single element of function entertainment, who are on hand at all times to be able to help make your life so much easier in planning your event and making sure that it runs smoothly. You don't have to wait for the band to respond. You can speak directly to our agents and they will be on hand to help out with whatever you might need. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you'd like to talk to someone with a little bit more advice on finding your perfect wedding band or function band or corporate band, give us a call, pick up the phone, chat to one of our expert team, and they'll be able to point you in the right direction.